So let's get right to it. So, how did you get started with playing basketball? Like, how did basketball come to play for you? Like, how did that start for you? Basically.
All right, yeah. So pretty much, like I started playing basketball. I don't know, like when I could walk, pretty much. My dad loved basketball, so he kind of, put me on that path. And like growing up in New York City.
I see you grew up in Soho, right?
No,
Upper Manhattan, Upper Manhattan.
yeah.
What part of Upper Manhattan you grew up
like
in?
like Upper West Side, like
Upper
near
West
like
Side?
Columbia kind of area.
Yeah, I be in that area, Riverside Park. I played
Yeah,
ball
like
in that
over there.
area.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I played ball in that area. In that area.
Yeah, so just like growing up in New York, you just like, basketball's everywhere. Like no, like I mean, people play soccer and like football and stuff and lacrosse, I guess. But it's like if you're from New York, like you play basketball.
You had any relatives anybody in your family that played ball? Like any relatives that was close to you that played sports?
Nah, so my dad played D3 basketball.
Wow, yeah.
For like 2 years at Worcester College, it's in Ohio. But besides that, I'm the only like real athlete in my whole family.
Yeah. So who impacted you in basketball? You would say who was your biggest who was your biggest influence for all sports, like playing basketball?
So definitely like my dad, because he brought me everywhere to all the tournaments and stuff like that. But it got to a point when like it was more just about like me, like I wanted to like be really good, and like I wanted to play really hard, and I wanted to be the best player I could be. So like he put the ball in my hands or whatever, but like after that, like I feel like it
you
was
took ball, like basketball, something that was your passion. Like you had to work on your game, you had to be in the gym consistent 24/7. Like in order to be a great basketball player, it's about the player development, it's about working on your game, getting in shape, strength conditioning. So what high school you went to? Let's talk about your high school experience.
Yeah, so it's kind of like wild. So like so I went to Mill-brook school. It's like a boarding school.
In New Hampshire?
No, in upstate New York.
Upstate New York.
But I did a 5th year at New Hampton.
That's like a prep school.
Yeah, like a prep school. Yeah, so I did like a prep year.
Yeah, prep schools. Everybody go to prep school route. Prep schools, like, because people go to prep school route, they ain't gonna get like Division I offer, but that's not always the case. If you want to go Division I, you got to showcase yourself. You got to perform at the right level. For college scouts to look at you, you got to perform right on the next level. So, prep school is a good route, but then again, I'm quite sure you had to persevere, like to go to play college and a lot. So, how was your perseverance as far as basketball too? Like, speak about that.
No, like I've had a crazy like journey, honestly. Like,
let's speak about
that.
Like
probably if like you ask any of my AAU coaches in like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, they wouldn't have thought I would be playing basketball now. Like not a lot of people, at least I feel like not a lot of people in New York like really like like believed in me when I was younger, and so I feel like going away to school like gave me like kind of a fresh start and like a new face.
Like a new scenery.
Yeah, exactly.
New atmosphere, everything different. Like
exactly that too, and also just like having like 24/7 basketball access. Like I was always in the gym at Mill-brook. Like you can ask my.
So you went to Mill-brook all 4 years of high school?
Yeah, so I went to Mill-brook for 4 years.
You did a prep school year after, right?
Yeah.
The following year after, right?
Yeah. So pretty much what happened was, so I went to Mill-brook my 9th grade year. Was there for 2 years, and one of my coaches left, Anthony McKinley. He's like a New York guy. I don't know if you know him. And Jonathan Lopez.
They still there at the current moment?
Nah, so they left after 2 years.
So let's speak about that. So how was the coaching staff? How was your coaching staff in high school? How was the organization? How was those coaches for you in high school? Did they?
Yeah, no. So
did they push you? Did they like push you hard?
No, yeah, so they were great. Like Anthony McKinley and John Lopez, they were great. But they're only my coach for 2 years. And then this guy, Billy Tom, came, and he was 23 years old when he got the...
My age. I just turned 23.
Exactly.
Age.
Like, isn't it? No, you're good. That's crazy, though, right? Like imagine being like a head coach of like a boarding school, right? So this guy, Billy Tom, came. He was like a graduate assistant at Davidson College before. And so he came to Mill-brook, and it was like his first time coaching. And... like it's crazy because like I feel like I learned a lot from him for 2 years at Mill-brook, and it wasn't until like February of my senior year when I got my first Division I offer from Loyola Maryland University.
Like out of high school, like how many offers you had out of high? Let's talk. How many offers you had out of high school? You had any other Division I schools looking at you? Like falls over other schools you had looking at you out of high school? What other offers you had?
Yeah, so this is like where the story gets kind of crazy. So like. so my first offer was Loyola Maryland, and then a few weeks later, Colgate University offered me a scholarship. But the problem was with this Colgate was they had no more, like they wanted me and they wanted to offer me a scholarship, but it was like dependent on one kid, like if he was gonna leave or not. Cause like there was like one kid got in some trouble, so there might have been a scholarship opening, right? So the short answer, so I only had two offers, you know, coming out. And so I told Loyola Maryland that I didn't want to go there for whatever reason. Because I was like so locked in on, you know, going to Colgate.
You ain't play for any AAU clubs, like, cause you know AAU put you on like the Adidas Gauntlet, EYBL, Under Armour Circuit. So let's speak about that. Did you play any AAU basketball growing up? As like middle school?
Yeah, no, I did. Like, of course.
How old was you when you started playing like middle school basketball, like sixth, seventh grade?
Shit. I mean, I started playing AAU basketball since I was in third grade. Like I played for Riverside, like AU, like with Mark Jerome and Ty and.
Shout out to Ty Jerome. Shout out to all those guys. Shout out to Kenny the Jet Smith. He also played for Riverside Hawks. People don't know that. Certain people don't know Kenny Smith went to play for Riverside Hawks. Shout out to Riverside Hawks.
Yeah.
That's a good organization, a good AAU program. So, speak about your AAU journey. Like, how was you at that time, the AAU journey? How was that for you?
Yeah,
your AAU experience.
It wasn't great, honestly. Like, you know, like growing up, like I feel like in AAU, like there's like a ton of politics and stuff like that.
Based on rankings, what players ranked ahead of this player. But I always speak about this. Rankings don't mean nothing. I always speak about this. You could be ranked. And unranked to still get a player that's ranked 30, 20. It don't matter. It's the talent. Like I hate when people talk about, oh, this person ranked ahead of this person. That's not always the case.
No, you're right. Like, and especially right now, like, there's a lot of guys that I played with that were ranked that don't play basketball anymore. You know, and like I'm making money playing, and they are doing something else. You know, so it's like it really doesn't matter. And like my advice to younger hoopers would just be like, the work is gonna show. Like, it sounds corny, but it's like the work is gonna show. Like, if you just like keep on working every single day and just try to get better, like eventually people will see. Like,
consistency is the key to success in life. You do anything consistently every single day, but you gotta also be willing to make that sacrifice. You gotta have self-discipline. You gotta have that determination, desire to go at what you want in life and your goals. So you gotta really grind hard. Cause I did AU growing up. I did Abyssinian, Millbank, God shows. Like I've been in the loop for a minute for basketball. I know people through basketball. Word. That's why I was like, that's why I said, let me hit you up, like get you on the EP, get you on the podcast. So yeah, cause I seen you around in Dykeman and watched for a couple tournaments and things like that. So how was that transition from high school and going to college? How was that transition for you?
Yeah, so my senior year, when I told New Hampton I wasn't gonna go there, and I told Colgate I wanted to go, and like that was like my one school that I wanted to go to. And like I had like a little like some problems with my grades a little bit, so I did a fifth year.
Academic issues?
Yeah, not academic issues, but like I had like a C+ in one class, and like to get in I needed like a B- or a B or something. So I had to do I had to fix a couple classes, and also there was that situation that I was talking about with the kid. He didn't know if he wanted to stay or go. Yeah. And also I wanted to like develop a little more. Like I was really skinny. Like I was like.
You was the captain in high school as well, and Colgate, both.
I was a captain in Colgate in high school. My coach, like, we didn't have captains my senior year, but I was a captain at Colgate. But yeah, no. So like when I went to New Hampton for my fifth year, like that year was a year I really like.
Your prep school year, right?
Yeah, my prep. Like I really just like everything started coming together, right? And I felt like way better about my game, and like I felt way more ready for college. And so I feel like I transitioned like pretty well just because of that. And then so like my freshman year in college, I got Rookie of the Year.
How was the perseverance for you? Like, did you ever have to like persevere through like falls basketball?
In college, not really. I mean, like I did. Like I got better. Like I got a lot better. But like, I mean, of course, I had to persevere. But like, my freshman year, I was playing 25 minutes a game, and I got Rookie of the Year. So like, I was like, one of the better players on the team.
Was you ranked in high school?
Nah.
You wasn't ranked at all?
Nah.
You didn't get invited to like top 100 camps?
Nothing.
You didn't get invited to none of the elite hoop group, none of the elite camps?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
But you just had to keep working on your game,
Yeah,
grinding.
and like honestly, like what does it matter now if I say, oh yeah, I was ranked in high school? Like it doesn't like what like okay, what pro team are you playing for? Like who are you playing against? Like that's what matters. I mean, at least that's for me. Like it matters. Like what are you doing right now? Like it doesn't matter if I had 30 last game. Like what are you gonna do in this next game? Like are you gonna?
So what conference y'all played in? Colgate. What conference y'all played in?
So we were in the Patriot League. You know, like CJ McCollum, he went to Lehigh. Those are like that's like the biggest name from the conference probably. But it's a good league. It's kind of tailed off now just because like with the transfer portal and stuff, like all the best players are just going high major after 1 year.
Yeah. Colgate, that was mid major or high major?
It's like
a mid major.
It's like mid major. But like you know we went to the tournament like 4 of the last 5 years, or maybe even more now.
So how did y'all do when you was there? How was the team overall?
Yeah. So like when I got there, my freshman year we didn't do that well. We were like 11-22. We were like really bad. But then from my sophomore year to my senior year, we went to the championship every year.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit. That's fire.
And my junior year, we won the championship in the Patriot League. And we played against Tennessee in March Madness, and we were a 15 seed, and they were a 2 seed.
How was your stats? How much you averaged throughout the season that year?
Throughout my junior year?
Yeah, your junior and senior year. Your junior and senior year.
I don't know. I probably averaged like 13 points and like
that's solid stats.
And like 8 rebounds or something, or maybe like 7 rebounds. But like I averaged more in my freshman and sophomore year, but like. We won so many more games my junior and senior year that like every bucket like and everything we did just like meant so much more because like it doesn't matter like if you're scoring points and you're losing like nobody really cares about that.
Like a loss. If you lose a game, that's still going to books. A loss always going to books. Everybody know that. If you lose a game, not going to books. Word.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about let's talk about your professional life, your professional career. 'Cause I know you played in Israel Basketball Premier League. So let's speak about that. Like how was it going overseas? Like out of leaving college, going overseas. You declared for the draft after you was done with Colgate. Did you declare for the draft?
Yeah, but I mean like.
Yeah, the NBA is undrafted, of course. So after you was done with college, matter of fact, what was your major at Colgate?
I was an educational studies major.
That's
so like you know when I'm done playing basketball, I want to be a coach, like Division I coach.
Yeah, because you know basketball not gonna last forever. Everybody ain't gonna make it to the NBA. It's only 60 picks every year, and then make it to the NBA is like a lottery ticket. Like you really gotta be gifted, and it's just you gotta put in a lot of work. You gotta be gifted to go there. That's a fact. So let's talk about your professional life. So how was that playing overseas, going to Israel? What countries you played in?
So like my first year I had like kind of a rough year. It was like earlier you asked me if it was a tough transition from high school to college, and I said like I feel like I transitioned pretty well, but you know from college going to pro it's like it was a whole different game. Like
because when you're a professional basketball player, like you gotta be a pro. When you especially playing overseas, like you gotta get adjusted to everything, the time zone, the culture, the people, everything. You gotta get adjusted to everything overseas. So like, how was that for you going overseas, like playing in this country, like?
Yeah. So my first year, I signed in Estonia. I don't know if you know where that's at. You know where that's at?
I've never heard of that.
It's like near Russia. So I signed there, and it was like a culture shock because I was the oldest guy on the team.
All right.
Like imagine having like a great college career, and then you go to a team and you're the oldest guy and you're playing against like guys that are like grown ass men and like you're like you're the oldest guy on the team. Like it's like at 23 years old, like you're the old, right? So so I was there for 8 games. I averaged like 23 and 13.
This Israel Premier League?
No, this was in Estonia.
A different league, right?
This was in Estonia. This is my first year.
Your first year overseas, right?
So for 8 games, I averaged like 23 and 13. We went 4-4. We were projected last. We were doing really well.
But top division? What division was this?
It was top division in Estonia.
Yeah.
But then what happened was I wanted to play in a better league. Like I wanted to, I want to challenge myself, right? So I called my agent and I was like, hey, like what other leagues can
you still have the same agent too?
Yeah, I still have the same guy. I was like, what other leagues can we get into that's better for me? And so my contract I had a buyout, and this team in Germany, the Bundesliga, it's like a top league in Europe. this team in Germany, Göttingen, they bought my contract out, in the middle of the season. And so I was excited about it. I was ready to be like, all right, yeah, now I'm playing with legit pros. So what happens? We lose 9 games in a row. So, I don't know if you know about this, but in the professional world overseas, if you lose some games in a row, you're getting out of there.
Yeah, you're going to send you back home. That's
right?
a fact.
So
any NBA players played any played against any NBA players in the league you was in overseas? Like any NBA players you ran across?
Yeah, I'll get to that.
Yeah, when you're done, yeah.
I'll get to that after, but when I talk about Israel, so after 8 games, I left Germany and I finished the season in Latvia, and I was there for the rest of the season. We came in second place in the league, and it was a good finish to the year. Especially after losing 9 in a row and then being able to finish in second in the league is good. But anyway, so then I signed in Israel. I signed a 2-year contract in Israel in Hapoel Haifa, and so 2 years ago. I played against a lot of people that you probably know. I played against Thonmaker.
Shout out to Thonmaker. I see him in Elite 24.
Anthony Bennett.
Shout out to him.
I don't know.
The list go on and on.
There's a bunch of guys. It's just last year I played against Tyler Bay, Shaq Buchanan. It's a league where. It's a lot of guys that have already solidified themselves as pros. So I don't know if you would really know them, but I would probably know them more. So I probably only played against a couple NBA players, but overseas talent is so good and it's so slept on. And
that's why I say when you overseas, you gotta perform right. You gotta really showcase your skills, your talent, because it's different from U.S. and going overseas. The talent is different from the U.S. and overseas. Everything is different over there. Everything.
Everything. And it's a big culture shock. But I was on the same team in Israel for the past 2 years. Great organization.
You currently still in Israel at the moment?
Well, I just finished the season there, so yeah. I just finished my contract, so now I'm looking.
You still trying to pursue NBA? That's the goal. That's the goal still.
Of course,
you're still young.
Yeah. No, of course, it's you
could at least get an NBA summer league contract. A summer league.
You never know.
A summer league team could pick you up. The Knicks could use you for the summer league. Any NBA summer league team could pick you up.
Yeah, you never know. My biggest thing, I've kind of talked about this before, but it's just trying to get better every day. So I don't really care about all that stuff. If I get the opportunity,
it's definitely possible though, because you're still young, you still got the opportunity, you still got the resources, you still got the time, so it's possible.
Yeah, no, of course, and of course, it's of course a dream of mine. I want to play at the highest level, all the time. But I'm more focused on myself and how much better I can get. I'm not really focused about the titles and all this stuff.
I see a lot of players that come from small schools that play in the summer league, Division III schools, NAIA schools, and they get a summer league contract. I'm like, you went to Colgate, you had, why not? Why can't a team give you at least a 10-day a summer league contract?
Yeah,
that would be dope.
That's what my agent to.
So I see you won awards overseas too, right? You won awards when you played overseas. Any awards you won?
Nah. When I was in college, I was Defensive Player of the Year, and I was Rookie of the Year, and I was Patriot League first team, Patriot League second team, district. I had a bunch of awards.
So those are your accolades.
Those are accolades.
Those are your accolades for college. So you didn't even have no accolades for as professional basketball playing pro.
No, not yet.
You will soon.
Yeah, of course.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, no, of course I want. Of course I want to, but it's you could have a great year and someone could choose someone else just because I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's just about it's about how your team does at the end of the day. How your team does is gonna get you the most money. It's gonna, you're gonna be the best player you can be if you're on a winning team. It's just how it works out there. I'm not really focused on all the accolades and stuff.
Yeah, so overseas is dope. So far as basketball, what NBA player impacted you as far as basketball? You had any NBA player that impacted you as far as basketball?
No, yeah, for sure. When I was growing up. Dirk, I loved watching Dirk play.
That's Dirk.
Dirk
right
Nowitzki. Michael Finley. I don't know if you remember Michael
Shout out to
Finley.
Michael Finley. Steve Nash was one of the GOATs, too. He was on that team.
He was.
That was the early 2000s. That was a good era. Early 2000s era, that was a good era. You was ever impacted by Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. You was ever a big Kobe Bryant fan. We lost him due to that tragic helicopter with him and his daughter, Gigi. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, Gigi, all the other passengers that we lost. That was 2020 was a crazy year. Like, the pandemic and losing Kobe, I was like, this can't be real. I'm like, looking on my phone, TMZ, different social media blogs. Kobe and his daughter passed away in a helicopter crash. So that was just shocking. Like, so how did you feel? Like, when you first heard that news, like, how did that resonate with you mentally? Like, knowing him and his daughter, like, how you felt? Like, when you heard that news?
No, like, it messed me up, honestly.
Like, that was crazy.
No, it was bad. And, like, Kobe's a guy that, like, I feel like he's never supposed to die. You know, like, I just feel like
crazy.
he's, like, an eternal...
I still can't believe that. Like,
it's crazy. He's just, like, an eternal, like, being that, like, you just don't think anything bad would ever happen. Like, he was so strong that, like, and it's just crazy that, like, it just shows, like, you gotta, like, value every day because, like, you know, you can die and
you gotta appreciate life every day.
You never know. So,
but I look at life every day is another opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Every day is another opportunity to boss up and become a better version of yourself. You just gotta find your lane. You gotta find your route. You gotta have belief in yourself. You gotta stay determined. You gotta stay focused. You gotta lock in every day. Like me, I got like a to-do list. I write down my goals. I prioritize things I want to accomplish throughout the year, people I want to meet throughout the year, and things like that. Because you got to have a goal in life. You got to have something that you really want to go after, a drive, and things like that. So what's your goals? What's your plans, like, 5, 10 years down the line? Like, anything else you want to accomplish? Like, anything else you want to transition to besides basketball? Like, any other routes, avenues you want to transition to besides basketball?
Yeah, I mean, like, when I'm done playing, I don't know when that will be. But eventually, like, I want to have my own, like, Division I team. Like, I want to be a Division I coach one day. So that's one of my goals, like, way down the line. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in 10 years. Maybe it'll be in 15 years. I don't know. Maybe 20 years.
I learned you got to always have a vision in life. You got to always have, you got to visualize your success. You got to always, like Nipsey Hussle say, like, you got to have a vision. And the highest human act is to inspire. That's what Nipsey Hussle said. The highest human act is to inspire. You always want to inspire the next generation. You always want to inspire the youth. You want to empower the youth, innovate the youth. That's what you want to do. Like, so I'm big on like inspiring other people.
Yeah, for sure. And like basketball wise, like I just want to play at the highest level, and I want to win a lot of games. And you know, besides that, like that's really it.
Yeah, like me, I'm trying to work on like also getting my own merchandise as far as this podcast. I'm trying to get merch. I'm trying to do that. My podcast band I could put in the back, strictly basketball podcast. So it's mad things I'm trying to transition to, and I'm still currently playing at the moment too. Like I'm trying to look for a semi-professional basketball team. I'm going back to college to get my degree finished. So I was a chancellor honor roll in sports in high school. So basketball always been something that I was always passionate about. I love, and I'm able to do a podcast is a blessing. Like I manifested it like coming into the year. Yo, I'm gonna start my own podcast. I'm gonna do this. Like you never know who's watching. I never know who else I could get up on here. Like I got you on here. I had other pros that came on here. So it's a blessing. It's just like it's like your own establishment. Like so yeah. So I'm trying to transition to other things. So I got a few more questions before we leave off. So where you see let's talk about where you see NYC basketball going in the future. You feel like NYC basketball is evolving. Like speak on that. Where you see NYC basketball going in the future now?
No, I feel like it's gotten a lot better.
You feel like it's evolving for sure?
No, I feel like it is, and like I feel like the game is changing too. Like I feel like a lot of New York City guards have been all like driving to the basket like hard, and like I feel like now like we got finesse, we got everything. We got finesse players, we got 6'9" wings,
we got the talent too.
We got centers, we got, it's not all just about guards. It's like we got everything, and like I feel like one of the things that we kind of get lost in is like, oh, this kid's in prep, he's not from New York City anymore. No, like. He's in prep, but he's gonna come back in the summer and he's gonna put on a show.
Because New York is the mecca.
Exactly.
We got the best. We produce the best talent in New York City. New Yorkers will go anywhere, Miami, LA. We produce the best ball. Like nowhere got better hoopers than New York City. Like people, like it's the mecca.
No,
like I said,
yeah, it is. And like, it's just crazy, like, going and watch these, like, these high school games, these, like, 19U games even.
These kids
And
are
it's just,
talented.
they're
Like,
good, and it's like,
it's crazy talented. Like,
and they look like they're, like, 25, 30. And it's like, nah, they're 17 with, like, 2 more years on. It's, like, ridiculous.
And I always speak about this. Like, the reason why I say the talent is better now because it's a lot more access to a lot more things now, and especially in this generation, in this era, like technology now, social media is a new thing of this era. Kids got access to more training. Like back then, growing up as kids, we ain't have that. Now kids we got access to more things.
Right.
Because I'm 23, you 20, we older now, but when we was coming up, we ain't have access to a lot more training that the kids have now. So that's why I'm saying, like, the talent now is definitely evolving. Like.
Yeah, no, and also with like TikTok, YouTube, like you can, like, you don't need a coach to get better. You can just go on your phone and look at drills, and then like you can be like, yo, Dad, can you rebound for me? Yo, Mom, can you rebound? Like, and then you can have your own workout without having a trainer. Like, it's crazy. Like, I wish I had access to that when I was younger.
Me too. I'm like, kids got access to a lot now. I see these kids, it's like TikTok's the new wave now, YouTube. Like, even with this, like I said, my podcast is going to expand. It's going to grow for sure. Only a matter, you guys, like I said, consistency. Right. If you're consistent doing the same thing over time, it's going to get lit. So, yeah, NYC definitely is evolving. So, what's all the street ball tournaments you played in over the years?
So I played in everything. I played in Tri-State, Dykeman.
Shout out to Mousy Tri. Shout out to Dykeman, Kenny Stevens.
West Fourth.
Shout out to West Fourth, Kenny Graham.
I played in so much. I played in Rucker, but
Rucker
Rucker kind of fell
off.
off.
Rest in peace to Greg Maris, the commissioner. He passed away about 6, 7 years. The commissioner from Rucker.
Okay.
He had passed away probably 6, 7. Greg Maris. You know, I remember Rucker when they had the NBA, the Wood
That's the last time I played there.
Yeah, that was 2013? What? 20,
I have no idea, but that's the last time I played there.
About 2013, 2014, yeah. That's when Rucker was on too.
That was when it was lit. Like, and now it's like, I don't know what happened over there, but they gotta figure it out. Like, I know the MBPA they're trying to incorporate like a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah, try to collaborate with Rucker Park and things like that.
They're trying to, but like, I don't know, people just aren't. And I mean, I guess that starts with like the pros. Like, we need pros to pop out there, like, get it lit again. But you know, like, Dykeman is the best tournament in New York, like, by far.
So you don't got any tournaments as yet for the summer yet? You don't got no call-ups? No, I know it's a few.
No, I mean, of course. Like,
I know I'm gonna see you in something this summer though.
No, of course people ask me to play, but you know, I've been playing basketball for the last 10 months. Like I need some time just to work on my game, and you know, playing outside is a whole other animal. Because
you also playing on concrete, and playing on concrete could easily get hurt, and or you don't want to get hurt, then your career is done. Exactly. It's over. Then what you doing? You can't play professional basketball overseas. And what's the agency you signed to now?
It's called Intersport. So
speak about that. How you like the agency? Speak about that. Your agency. How you feel about that? Your agency.
Yeah, no. So it's great. This kid I went to high school with. His dad is like a pretty big agent, and so, you know, I talked to a few other agents, and then you know, I was just like, you know what, I don't trust these guys. Like, I trust like this guy right here. So I ended up signing with one of my friend's dads. And he has a partner that I talk to more. He's like the overseas guy. There's like one guy that's like the America guy, the NBA, G League, all that stuff, and then there's one guy that's like the overseas guy. Yeah. And then I have like another guy in Israel, that's like the Israel. I have like too many people. No, but it's good though. Like it's great. Like you know, like I can literally call him right now and he'll pick up. Like I can like send him a text and he'll get right back to me. So I think he's a great agency. I actually just referred one of my friends, one of my teammates that graduated this year from Colgate, and I think he's about to have a really good year too. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and I wish you the best luck for all your basketball journey, career. I would love to see you on an NBA Summer League team, like in the next 2-3 years. I would love to see that. Word. Yeah. That's a blessing. Yeah, word. For sure. NBA, but I appreciate you coming through and all that. So I'm about to finish off right now. So thanks for watching Strictly Basketball Podcast episode with my special guest. So tell the people where to follow you at and everything. So tell them where to follow you at on social media and everything.
Yeah, all right. So you can follow me at Will_Rayman4 on Instagram. and Will Rayman 20
All right.
on Twitter.
All right.
But yeah.
All right, and thanks for watching Strictly Basketball Park, episode 13. You know where to follow me on all social media platforms, Ray Sean Joseph. That's it. I appreciate you coming through, my boy.
Yeah, I got you.
You can get a picture?
Yeah.